Nothing quite says FU like an anti-tank rocket through your window, and in the case of a particular Irish terrorist group, they certainly thought so. In 1997, a ceasefire was called in Northern Ireland, that province of the British Isles that had been victim to decades of sectarian terrorism, as the IRA, a Republican terrorist organisation, strove to unite Northern Ireland with the Republic of Ireland, and the Protestant loyalist paramilitaries tried to prevent this. The British Army had been deployed on the streets of Ulster in 1969 in Operation Banner, and it had turned out to be the Army's longest operation in its history, lasting until 1998 and costing the lives of 1,441 British military personnel. Then, in 1998, the Good Friday Agreement saw an end to violence on all sides and peace declared in the province. However, in 1997, part of the Provisional IRA, the main Irish Republican terrorist group, split off to form something called the Real IRA. It was formed of disgruntled IRA members angry at the 1997 ceasefire and the following Good Friday Agreement, and saw itself as the true successor to the original IRA created at the end of World War I from an even older group. The Real IRA's objective was to force the end of British sovereignty over Northern Ireland by the use of force to achieve a united Ireland, and they viewed the peace process as a sellout because it still left Northern Ireland under British sovereignty. In 1998, the Real IRA started a bombing campaign in the province. The worst atrocity occurred in August 1998, when a 500-pound car bomb blew up in the centre of Omagh in County Tyrone. The bomb killed 29 people and injured 220. The British now determined to destroy the Real IRA, and under pressure, the organisation called a ceasefire on the 8th of September. However, in 1999, the organisation began to plan for a new campaign and sent 3 members to Croatia to purchase arms, which were successfully smuggled to Ireland. When security forces captured a secret Real IRA training camp in County Meath, they were disturbed to discover that among the weapons seized were modern RPG-18 rocket launchers. The old Provisional IRA had some RPG-7s from Libya, but the RPG-18 Muka is a much more compact, light disposable anti-tank launcher based on the US M72 Law. The Real IRA's new campaign opened in 2000, and on the 29th of February another RPG-18 was recovered by security forces near an army base in Dungannon. Bombs were also planted at British Army bases. The Real IRA's leadership decided to begin a bombing campaign on the British mainland, hoping to attract more disgruntled Provisional IRA members to join them. The first bomb they planted exploded on the 1st of June 2000, damaging Hammersmith Bridge in London. Irish Republicans had tried on several occasions to destroy this bridge. The first bomb attempt, consisting of 2 devices, failed on the 29th of March 1939, only damaging the structure. The 26th of April 1996, the Provisional IRA had a go at it as well. 2 large bombs of Libyan-supplied Semtex plastic explosive were planted at the south side of the bridge but failed to detonate. However, the Real IRA's bomb successfully detonated at 4:30 on the morning of the 1st of June 2000, damaging the Barnes span of the bridge, which led to its closure for 2 years of repairs. But then the Real IRA decided to make a unique attack on a symbol of the British government and establishment, the headquarters of MI6, that is, the secret intelligence service based at Vauxhall in Lambeth. MI6 had moved into its distinctive headquarters building in 1994, after previous headquarters had been rather low-profile affairs. Not particularly popular from an architectural point of view, the building has been nicknamed Legoland and Ceausescu Towers after the Romanian dictator. It has appeared in James Bond films, for the fictional 007 is of course an MI6 agent. For those not in the know, MI6, or Military Intelligence Section 6, founded in 1909, deals with intelligence matters outside of the UK. while domestic intelligence and spying is conducted by its sister organization, MI5, known as the Security Service, based in its own building, Thames House on Millbank in London. 3 Real IRA members secreted themselves in Vauxhall Gardens, a park behind the MI6 building. They positioned themselves on a grassy knoll, enabling them to better target the upper parts of the building located across railway tracks. At 9:45 p.m. the area was relatively quiet, and the terrorists took the weapon they would use to strike a blow at MI6 from a bag. A Russian RPG-22 anti-tank rocket launcher, an upgraded version of the RPG-18 that fires a 72.5mm heat round that can penetrate 400mm of armor, 1.2 meters of brick, or 1 meter of reinforced concrete. The entire weapon weighs only 2.8 kilograms, and the man directed to fire it quickly prepared it for action. The firing tube was extended at both ends, and raising the rear sights cocked the weapon. His 2 accomplices moved away for the RPG-22 as a backblast of some 15 meters. The sights are graduated from 50 to 250 meters, and the Real IRA man would fire the rocket at a range of around 300 meters, or some 330 yards. It appears that the operator aimed at the sensitive satellite equipment on the building's roof, but due to the range the rocket began to lose momentum and dropped during flight. The operator pressed the trigger and the rocket left the tube, accelerating to 133 meters per second, its solid propellant being burned out before the rocket actually left the fiberglass tube. The rocket slammed into a green window on the building's 8th floor below the roof and exploded, but caused very little damage. The reason is that MI6 headquarters is very heavily armored, including its glass. The terrorists made themselves scarce and were never caught, but the attack on James Bond's headquarters caused a newspaper sensation and some alarm to both the service and other government departments. Needless to say, no further attacks have been made on MI6 headquarters in the 25 years since the Real IRA's daring assault. As for the Real IRA, it went on to commit other attacks. In 2009, the group shot dead 2 off-duty British soldiers at Mazarine Barracks in Northern Ireland, and the organisation has been involved in targeting drug dealers in the province as well. In July 2012, after absorbing some smaller organizations, the Real IRA rebranded itself the New IRA. It continues to exist in 2025. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and also visit my audiobook channel, War Stories with Mark Felton. You can also help to support both of my channels at PayPal and Patreon. Details in the description box below.